All aboard! What's up, Kaiju family? This is Godzilla Chain 1090, soaring to your station today for a brand new review. And today we're going to be reviewing something a little bit different. Today, we're going to be reviewing my very first gigabrain, Godzilla 1965. Now, as you know, I pretty much collect X+, as you've seen in all my other videos. But I do like to venture off every now and then and get something a little bit different. Which I actually, for my next review, I'll probably review that. But we'll save that we'll do that as a surprise. But anyways, so as I stated, this is my very first gigabrain figure. I got this from the awesome folks over in Kaiju Live. Thank you, AJ and Frank Rousseau. It wasn't too much. It wasn't too intensive of a bidding war, but I mean, we went at it for a little while, and I got this. To me, I got this for a pretty good price, and same with others that do collect these. They've also told me I got this for a pretty good price. So I don't like I said earlier, I don't really collect gigabrain figures. They look cool and all, but I'm not a huge fan of them. But since orange is my favorite college football team's color, the Texas Longhorns, and since I was a kid, I used to always watch Keenan and Kel. So to me, this reminded me of Orange Soda. So my nickname was gonna be Orange Soda Godzilla, at least. And when I saw him up for auction on Kaiju Live that night, I was like, okay, you know what? I don't collect these, but I'm gonna give this a shot. I bid on this one, and I bid on the Purple 62 gigabrain figure. I think I did want that one too, but I didn't want to spend too much that night, so I was able to fight for him, run him. I actually just got him yesterday. I'm gonna give you a closer look at this guy in just a minute, but personally, I like it. Like I said, it's not my norm as far as collecting figures and things like that. But as far as a figure on its own, this is a really nice figure. It's a really nice scope of 62. It's it's a little bit better than I expected. It's a lot bigger than I expected for sure. I didn't think it was gonna be this dang big, but I'm actually happy because I do like bigger figures. And as I said, I don't have any gigantics, but I do enjoy having bigger figures in my collection. Not necessarily gigantic figures, but I like 30. Y'all know me. I mainly collect the 30 centimeter line. And here he has a shelf. I would have got a spot for him. This is not my X+ shelf, but he has a spot in my collection where I can see him pretty well. And hopefully I can get him some sun so I can see him be translucent. Because if you're not familiar with the gigabrain brand, these are translucent figures, and that's the main appeal to these figures. But all right, guys, if you give me a quick second, I'll go and show you a closer look at this guy right now. Thank you. Okay, so this, as I said, this is the Gigabrain Sufubi 1965 Godzilla. Now, 65 Godzilla isn't one of my favorite designs. I don't hate it either, but I mean, it's just a simple short design. It doesn't like scream to me or anything like that. So the reason why I got this guy is because I don't see myself getting the X Plus version of it anytime soon. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna dive into Safube, I don't want to get something I already have. If I'm gonna get something, it's gonna be something different than from what I already have already. Just like if I happen to walk upon the 74 Godzilla, I'll probably get that next. But let's really just wait and see, I guess. But alright, guys. As you can see, like I said previously, to me, this is Orange Soda Godzilla. Honestly. In my humble opinion. That's going to be my nickname for him, is Orange Soda Godzilla. But it's not just completely orange. He does have some gold accent, gold teeth, gold fingernails, gold eyes, as you can see on him. Which the gold is really nice, and it doesn't show it in the camera that well. I did my best to try and capture it for you, but if you really do look, or if you have the figure in hand, it does have a lot of gold. Gold on the dorsal plates, the chest, like I said, the fingernails, his knees, his toes, even up his tail. It's nice that it's not just one color, as we have with some of the other Godzillas, but I'm not gonna go there. At least in my collection, besides Burning Godzilla. But again, I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, like I said, this is a really unique and interesting design. Way different than anything else I usually get. But like I said, he's growing on me. I like him a lot. I'm glad that I went on my way to try and get this guy. And of course, I was even happier to win on Kaiju Live. But alright, I am going to show you a couple of size comparisons. Think only 2 today. I think that's all I got. And here's the first size comparison with the Sega Pro 1999 Gamera. This is also a review I need to do on this guy too, because I actually got this guy from Thomas Lee. He gave it to me as a birthday present. But as you see, they size up pretty well. If you have this Gamera, you know how big this Gamera is. So that should help you understand how big this 65 is. He is 9 inches tall. He's not a tiny figure. Every time I've seen the Safube figures, they always look smaller than they actually are, honestly. I think that's another reason why I kind of waited to get him, because I thought he was a smaller figure. But like I said, he's pretty darn big, especially up against this Gamera. And this Gamera is not tiny at all either. He has some girth to him. But the 65 is actually pretty nice size too, honestly. And of course, you know how to throw in a Kong size comparison, with Godzilla vs. Kong being ready to come out in the next week. And this is actually the top fallen 1933 King Kong that I have with this 65 Godzilla. And honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing how this Godzilla would do against that Kong. Because 65 Godzilla was a pretty good scrapper, honestly. That's really when Godzilla really started throwing down with people in fights and stuff. So this probably would have been an interesting fight, with King Kong looking super obnoxious and angry right now. But I mean, like I said, this Godzilla is a pretty good size. Kong isn't a bad size himself, so that should give you some indication on how these two match up. Alright, if y'all give me a second, I'll give you my final thoughts on the 1965 Safube Godzilla right now. And thank you. Okay, so this, as I said, this is the gigabrain, and we're back, guys. Now, since I don't really collect gigabrains, I can't really give this guy a ranking, or at least not compared to anything in my collection. But like I said, it is a very unique piece. Probably the one of maybe a very few gigabrains I'll get, because I do love the accuracy on X Plus figures. But having something like this, it's nice to have in your collection. To have have a couple of these sitting, having a couple of these in your collection sitting around is kind of cool. So I'll probably go after a couple more, but I don't know how many I'm gonna get. So hopefully this isn't a bad rabbit hole I get stuck in. But cause I know there has been a few more that I've almost pulled the trigger on, but just haven't. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see what pre-orders come out, what new releases come out, and we'll see if I jump down this rabbit hole again with this figure. We'll figure similar to this. But all right, guys, that's pretty much my review of this guy. As I did state, I do enjoy him. I'm happy I have him. It's pretty dope to have him in my collection. And as far as my next review, something I've been waiting for a while to come in. Something that I've put off, and finally had to pull the trigger and get him. But you'll see what that is in the next video. But okay, everybody. I hope y'all guys have a good night. Have a good day, wherever in the world you are watching this. And hopefully, I get to see you again soon on my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to contact me, feel free. I do have my own Godzilla Collectors Facebook group, Kaiju Collectors. So if you want to reach me, you can reach me on there. I'm always in the group, so all you gotta do is just shout me out, and I'll come find you, more than likely throughout the day sometime. Also, we should have a new episode of Monsters with Attitude pretty soon. Don't have an exact date, but we're gonna try to pump out another episode of that really soon as well. And we also, and I think I mentioned this in my last video, but just in case you haven't seen it, we do have a new Monsters with Attitude YouTube channel as well. So we've been trying to post on there regularly, and we have a few videos on there in case you want to check those out as well. But all right, guys, like I said, that's all I got for today. I hope you have a good day, good night. I hope you have a great rest of the week. All right, I'll see you later. Thank you.